WSR GT4 Tuesday, live from Zolder in Belgium this evening. Tonight on comms it's just me, JDB. Unfortunately Tux is otherwise preoccupied this evening, so just stuck with me. And to make that a little bit more difficult, what we also have is a new spectator mode, or a change to spectator mode, removing the keyboard functionality, so maybe take a little bit of getting used to. We'll see what we've got, and hopefully we'll capture some good racing this evening. And I think it's also worth mentioning what we have now is Shug's done a bit of work on the server, and we're around 50-60% complete of actually adding people's names rather than gamer tags, and that also allows people to select a standard livery, a bit more exciting than the ones we have at the moment if they choose to, and it puts a number on the side of the car as well. We're still seeing people running the team livery they picked. I think the only person I've seen so far in the other ways is Shug. New driver here in a Maserati. Brave man, but he's harrying a Porsche. So what we have here is sprint race this evening. So 2 12-minute qualifying sessions, then followed by a 22-minute race, 2 races. So should all be quite exciting, I think. And great track as well for a sprint race. Plenty of passing opportunities here, plenty of opportunities to make mistakes as well, which obviously lets people into race as well. So should all be good. And full grid. I'm not sure how many checked in right now, but 26, 27 maybe, so good stuff. Let's have a little look through the field. There's Lico, BBT Racing. Not seen him in a BMW before. I'm not sure if we've seen him this season yet, but he's out there tonight, so good to have him on board. Jack Attack, sticking with the BMW as well. Maybe made noises of moving away from the BMW, but back in it for now anyway. Dali, and this is the other part. I need to try and learn the names there. I think this is more the coat, effectively, part of the Italian arrows, I think they call themselves. That's a very good time from him straight off there. 37.5. Quite high up. Through the field, see what we got. Steve sticking with the Ginetta. On board a bit with Steve, see what he does. Difficult corner. Maybe if we took more of that there. Or didn't have the grip to take that flat. Right back on the power. He's been complaining the Ginetta's maybe not being the strongest here. I would have thought this would have been a track that really suited it, but feedback is it's just not happening. Just losing time on that lap. Let's jump to Neil B. Broom now. In the Audi. Difficult car. Oh, this goes deep. This goes deep and wins the lap. Twist pivot. Shark. See what he can do. Hooked up. Hooked up. Power down. Another Audi driver. Clips the apex there, back on the power. Seeing a good laps. Just slightly improving. See how the Audi takes this though. A little bit unsettled, but clean. Keeps himself up. Difficult corner. Hardest on the track, this little section. To keep it clean and to avoid those track limits. Nice on the apex there. Down on the power. Well up here. This is a good lap for him. Into the braking zone. Down through the gears. Gets it turned in. Picks the throttle up early. Racing down this Mercedes. I'm quite chuffed with this. I think this is going to throw him into the 38s, low 38s. Through there, but still solid lap. 38.2, great lap. Pretty happy with that. Takes him top 10. Just have a little look at what we have there. So we have Giovanni Badali. You'll correct me later on that. 37 dead. Currently sitting on pole. More the coat. Always been quick. Maybe he was off it a little bit last week, but back on it. Max second. Davies. Let's have a little look. I need to learn that name. Is that Rebellion, I think? Mercedes driver, if I'm right. Rebellion. Big quality in the M2 last week. Just ahead of him there. Just pointing that out. He did beat me in the race, but put it ahead of him. Then Simon McNoser. McGowan, previously Gownie, it's an easy one to remember. 6th, Nico 7th. Zina, I think is that Hunter Fox? Joseph Zina? Skunky High returns to us, previously Acid House. Really hope Skunky High isn't the name his parents gave to him and we're still using the gamer tag. And then remarkably, I think this is well worth pointing out that Unsworth, I'm not sure who that is for us. Is that Lukey? What a lap! The Maserati. What a lap! One-off lap. Brilliant. Can you maintain it? 22 minutes, I guess, is the challenge there. And then just going through the field. We've still got Jack Attack, Mad Addy, Shug Goldie, Keenan Berkshire. That's Stardog, now on a wheel. So we can see, I know there's been improvement there, just needs to put a lap together. Burchak, Peter Burchak, you guys joining us as well, decided to go with the Maserati. Brave man. Let's see if we can jump on board with someone and just see if we can pick up a lap. Go back on board. Oh. Go for a lap here, I think. Viali, by the Italian team. Clean here, just so he gets to drive down the straight. Flat out here. He's got a good run. Thought there was line there, he was never going to just call the lap, but legs deep. Picks that curb up on the inside. Gets the power on. It's a difficult corner. It's a difficult one. Just move it, being a little difficult there. Just pushed it a little wide. think you've got more road than you actually have there. You pick the throttle up and then sort of puts you wide. Maybe that get a lap for him there. Maybe I'm frustrated with that. The Maserati. It's a shiny turd. It must be teams with Shug. Just got the yellow flags waving there just because somebody's out in a Maserati probably. And he bins the lap as well. DBT Racing still to put a valid lap in. There he goes. Just clips that apex. It's looking okay so far. I'm just not sure what pace the BMW will have around here. The one advantage it does have is comfortable taking on the curbs. So that's our qualifying over. That's passed quite quick. So we have Rebellion on pole in the pits. The alley out there trying to put a lap together. So he maybe just called it as well. So is this what we're going to be looking like? 412. Who's 412? We got part of the RB Pudrig post. So I think we missed a lot of the great laps there as I get used to things, but yeah, Davies pole, the alley takes second, Max third, Syme fourth, McGowan fifth, Unsworth sixth. Fantastic lap. I'd not picked up on Lukey Racing yet, seen he was going in the Maserati, thought this is insane, what is this guy doing, but proving me wrong there. It's a great lap. Then we have McNoser, Viper, Lico, Miorana, Vazina, Skunky High, Kinsey, that's Dean, Littlemon, Armstrong, Chris Privet, Shug Goldie, Thomas, Supergas, Steve Gillies, Jack Attack, DBT Racing. Just work way back through there. Kai, I'm not sure who. Is that, I think that'll be, is that Ross? Maybe RNK? Oh, I'm guessing off the car. Neil Broom, Ryan Murray. Oh, Keenan Barster, 25th. Well played. Gets himself up there a bit. Glad to see that. The investment in the wheel paying off. Mad Addy, 26. Maserati picking up 27th, and XFN crazy bringing up the back of the field. So we'll have a formation lap and then we'll be off. Hopefully see 22 minutes of great racing. Obviously sprint race, no pit stops this evening, so it's just all out. It's just all out. So we'll see how this works out for the guys. I think the other part of this is everyone knows it. Everyone probably top 10's in with a shout of winning this, realistically. Mistake at the front, a couple of guys go wide, let you in. It's very difficult in the short time we got here to make the time back up. And also, first time we've not really seen Porsches dominating. I would think just the curbs have probably a little bit too high. The car just doesn't seem to like it. I watched some practice and the Porsches were just really unsettled, having to take curbs or run curbs whilst change direction. So I don't know whether that's a choice for the guys to run slightly less aggressive setup just to make it slightly better over the curbs, make it better for a race, slightly slower in quali, but
30 seconds.
Simon McGowan done quite well getting up front. Just waiting for them to get underway, just 10 seconds now. Hopefully everyone's remembered to hit drive. We're all off and running. He's got it going. And we'll just follow the Maserati around here. He's in 6th. We'll just get an idea of what spectator mode cameras look like. It's got a nice looking race car, the Maserati. Super important for him, first couple of laps, cold tyres, not to get too eager. No ABS on that. If you lock that up, it's going to be a tough 22 minutes with flat spots. I'm trying really hard here to get the tyres up to heat. First race going off at 2 PM. Track's quite warm, so shouldn't have an issue getting heat in tyres. If anything, what we might have an issue in is taking too much life out the tyres in those opening laps. That could be the kicker for these guys. It's just trying to manage the tyres through laps 1, 2 and probably 3 to get the most out of them. And then a few laps in practice through the week, just having a feel for it, and it was almost like F1 soft tyres. It felt like you could get them into a window gently, then you would have 1 or 2 really strong laps, and then they just lost a tenths of edge off them, so shouldn't affect these guys in the race, but it was certainly something to be aware of in quali. Davies really shaking the Mercedes there, trying to get some heat in that pole sitting Mercedes. This is Zolder, obviously. Should point out it's a 4 kilometre lap, so that'll be about 2.5 miles. So a short lap, but nonetheless quite a tough lap. A few really difficult sections here. Here we go. Round in side by side, 2 abreast coming onto the straight. Just follow them down here. Davies be eager to get away on the inside.
Green light,
And we'll go. We've got a green, we'll just follow them through. Davies comes across just to block that. And he's through nicely. Who's jacket it? We all seem to be nicely through. Not seeing any issues there, and I'm not seeing any yellow flag. Oh, spoke too soon. I'm not sure who that was, but 3 cars off there. What you want to see. Hopefully they can get restarted and going again. Here we go. So Davy's just leading them through. Just waiting on the scoreboard, catching up. I think it's kind of as you were at the start. Davies, Bibiali, and Max. Showing me as Gavin. I'm not sure where Gavin's gone. He was in 4th or 5th there, but I'm not seeing him now, and I'm missing a Maserati. So is that who we seen getting in an incident early doors? And we're up and running. I'm sure that wasn't the Aston there, but that was looking quite a bad way. Real battle going on behind Jack Attack here with Pivot, Broom, Mackay. Try to chase him down. The BMW just steps out there on the corner. See if Chris can make a move here. He's got a good couple on Apex. BMW, strong point of it. Let's get the power down, gets away. Probably just too much of a gap there for him to do anything now. Have a little look through. So yeah, where did so Unsworth drop back to 8th, club up to 9th. Let's see where so a bit it looks like to me Steve, Binsey, Barsher and McGowan probably the guys caught up what we've seen on sideways there. Unfortunate for them. What's happened to Jack Attack there? That was we've lost Jack Attack there. That looked like a DC. So Davies leads us over. Vidali following 2nd. Max in 3rd. Simon 4th. Skunky High in 5th. What a great return out of retirement. Very happy with that. He's put the practice in. I've seen him in the server. And then if we go back, what we have here. Oh, just missed it. Shug in a lovely livery there. But we have a queue of cars behind Lico here. Unsworth, McNoser, Goldie, Armstrong, Supergas, Thomas. It's a good little battle here. Good battle, although they've just all come again. Oof, really bouncing that Chevy over the curbs there, and same with the Porsche there. And it's hitting it quite hard. Marsher just some way off the back, assuming there's been an incident. Oh, and another incident. This not great. Number 6, effing crazy. With Mirana. That looks terminal damage. So we jump back to the pits, I would guess. Shug's down here. He's got a little bit of damage on the front, but he's flying through as he's chasing Thomas down. Maserati of Unsworth just hanging on at the back of him there. And I think Shug is the only one I've seen out there with with one of the standard liveries on. That's now an option available to everyone. And here we go, we've got making a move here. Oh. Post just defends from Privet into that corner. Broom's just picking up the back of them as well now. This seems to be where the action is, this sort of 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th through 15th, maybe 16th even. Viper's just coming through the field a bit. Obviously as well the Privet Viper teammates. So Chris wouldn't be too bad if he's backing people up into Viper. No change at the lead so far. Davies, Bidali, and Max Foster's sign. Top 4. And there's where the battle is. McKinsey. Oh. Seems that every time we cut to the guy on stream there's something going wrong. I'm going too fast there. Something quicker through the pit straight. Just go back to the Neil Broom type race. And then he's coming under real pressure from Viper now. And then Viper's dragging DBT along with him. Bouncing through the chicane. The guys at the front, all looks cones go flying, all a little spaced out. This little midfield pack is probably the race that, and you see just DBT's just now. The pressure on Viper, making Viper a little bit ragged. He's going to try and send the BMW up the inside. He thinks better of it. Just backs out. Let me see if we can jump on board for a lap with one of these guys. Just in that. In the crazy bit of the pack. Well, we'll pick up a lap. A bit of a lap this side, through the chicane. It's very easy on the right hand side one. Just avoids bouncing the car and unsettling it there. Slowed down nice and early, cuts that well. And that's an example of exactly how you do that. Let's see if you take this flat. Just a little lift there to get the nose. Turn in. Good stuff. Really makes the time up down the straight if you can do that. Great stuff. Porsche, Kinsey's teammate, Ren Sport Porsche, I believe this is. Also actually using a standard livery, just realised that they're very similar to what they were running with. And obviously the goal is to get on board with Porsche drivers. And here it was Patrick Post, Armstrong, Supergas right behind him. A bit of move on Maserati. Birchak, new guy, Peter Birchak, new guy, picked the Maserati. Obviously feeling brave. Let's get it slowed down though. Let's get a move here. He's got a run on him. He's got a run. It's going to come down to who's best on the brakes here. Porsche there. Doesn't really get tucked in though. Is the Maserati going to get a run back on? He's given up the place.
We are at the halfway mark, still a long way to go.
With our race leader just now is catching up on Jack Attack in the BMW. Just had an incident to be getting lapped in a sprint race. I have to say Mercedes I thought was the pick of cars for here. Described in the Discord as a pillow, but just you can take the curbs on it. It's giving such an advantage to chicanes. Oh, Jack Attack's way here. I'm not seeing the blue flags waving though. Just watch this. Let's just see where he chooses to just get out of the way. He's now got Mercedes right up behind him. Went wide. Oh my goodness. That was a worry there. Touch the brakes. Although I didn't see many blue flags going for him there. I'm sure he was aware of it, but he wasn't being told to move, so. Let's see who I can pick up. We've got any close races here. They're all really spaced out. Very, very cautious. Viper just a little bit behind his teammate now. Oh, he's got an Aston just kicking a bit wide there. Vizina there just bounced it over the curb. Just had a bite back at him. He's kept it all together though. Kept it all together and keeps himself ahead of DBT. Noser. The nose of that Porsche is a little bit roughed up. McNoser in the Aston there, that would have been Thomas in the Porsche. Real pressure on Lico here. He's going to make a move here potentially. He's certainly got a run on him. And Lico's going to have to defend here, but it really compromises you. He's left him space, but this is where he was going to get him. Nothing Lico can do here. Just got to let him go. He's going to run the inside all the way around there and down the next straight. Let him go. Try and get a run at him. It was a great move actually by McNoser. Lico maybe get a run down here. That mistake. Get a run at the chicane. Well, he's went to the outside. Expecting to get the move done before. McNoser will just block him. Oh, a little bit contact, a little bit silly, but they both get away with it. But that's just invited Thomas right past McNoser now, and then probably going to make a lunge on Lico. Doesn't do it, tucks in nice. Oh, then the Porsche kicks back at him, and then this is drag Shug in. It's a great little battle here. It's a little bit rough and ready, but just Lico and McNoser there, just a little set to is just pulled Thomas and Goldie right back in. Maybe even allow Unsworth in the Maserati to get up on them. Just Fox in for a few. Shug tries to make a move down the inside. Make the move all you want there, but you're just never going to have the angle for that right-hander back onto the straight. The last 5 or 6 minutes of the race. Shug just trying to push Thomas along here. So we still have first Davies, second Badali, I'm going to go with. Third Max, fourth Skunky High, fifth Lico, sixth McNoser, seventh Thomas, eighth Shug Goldie that we're watching this now, ninth Unsworth in the Maserati, who's just starting to put a little bit of pressure on Shug here. Oh, huge from Shug. I'm not sure if there was contact there, but he'd done that a few times in practice, so that's effectively his race over. Viper with a drive through. His race over as well, so super gas now in the Porsche. Just putting a bit of pressure on that Audi of Chris Privet. Really throwing it up a... I'm not surprised with the guys right at the front, but this mid-pack here, there's a lot of guys will be really happy to be this competitive, fighting for top 10. I mean, at the moment it looks like with Viper's drive-through that Thomas is going to get 10th, but Chris, Supergas, Neil Broom, Razina, all with a shout. 5 minutes to go. Probably gives us 4 laps. 4 laps. Not sure if there's any closer battles. Well, we've got McNoser having another go at Rico. These two have been at it for a few laps now. The big Chevy, he's just throwing it over the curbs. It just doesn't seem to matter. Of course, the Chevy's the most powerful car in this field. It's probably making it a bit more difficult just for McNoser just to get the run on him. That extra 30 horsepower it has over everyone else. I think that's correct. I think the Chevy is the most powerful car. I think the Porsche and the Alpine are the two lightest cars. I'm not sure how they have a different minimum weight to the rest of the guys, but they certainly are. Maybe something to do with the balance of power decisions that were made. Let's cut back the field a bit here. We've got Barsher just going past Birchak. Nice move. Oh, just overcooks it. Does the right thing, stops there, lets him by. Wonder how he's feeling having the wheel, just being a bit more competitive. Kinsey, Littlemon. Bit of out of position here, but I think we've seen him back here last week for different reasons, but certainly seen him back here. We'd be a little bit disappointed with how things have went based on previous form, and then certainly some of the other racing I've seen him doing in the GT3s. It's quick. It's quick this year. Just gets by. Very tidy pass there. I like the colours of that Porsche. It's very nice. So, still have Davies out front. The alley second. Max Foster third. This obviously plays into the championship a little bit as well, quite nicely, because Max is leading the championship with 72 points over Sign with 64, and Davies with 60. So this will just bring it all that bit tighter again. Sign will obviously lose a little bit ground, but still another race to go. Still good haul of points up on offer. And we've got a little bit of action back of the field here. We've got Super Gas really putting pressure on Vizina, who I think was in one of those early incidents. And then they're both catching Neil Broom here. Stay with him a little bit, just see what happens. It's a lovely line from Super Gas there. Just can't quite get it done, although he can maybe try and set himself up here. A good drive down the last corner. Just rides the curb. It's ideal. He's going to get the drive. We've got Vizina just blocking, or blocking her, holding a tighter line there, just making that not possible to come underneath them.
Alright man, the leader is on the final lap. Give it a final push.
So leader started the final lap. Not really been under any pressure. Are we going to see anything here? We're watching through. I think there's just enough breathing space there. Just you should see this out reasonably comfortably. That was last lap. There's always a little extra pressure, not to do anything silly, but it's not. Davies isn't known for doing anything silly. The alley, great to see. For weeks on the stream now, I've talked about his pace and how he'd been out of position sometimes, just outside the top 10. So really strong showing. Sure what's happened with Max in this race. And I'm sure if there's been some sort of issue that's just meant he's not been able to stick with these guys up front, but maybe a little bit disappointed. He'd been 8 seconds off then over 14 laps. Certainly looked like he was quick enough to stick with him anyway, I thought. And there we go. Davies takes the win in the alley, and here comes Max for third. Car pristine as ever. We got Skunky High 5. Not sure whether it's his love of black and white mammals or the Amsterdam lifestyle, but he brings us in fourth. And we'll switch to McNoser. Oh, he's got past Lico, we missed that, but good fifth. Lico 6. Unsworth in the Maserati. 7th, just holds off Sign. Great run in the Maserati. I mean, that really is a shiny turd of a car. Thomas 9th. Oh, Chris has just had a spin there. So what we actually have is Neil Broom 10th, top 10. Vizina 11th, Supergas 12th, Armstrong 13th, DBT 14th, Chris Privet 15th, Shug 16th, Mackay crosses the line for 17th, Murray 18th, Viper 19th. Mad Addy, oh Viper's not, it's Mad Addy, then it's, sure we got, oh, Steve's got a drive through as well. A lot of guys have been in the pits there. Steve finishes in 21st, but that's good. His penalty's going to throw him back. He looks angry with the way he just drove that car into the barrier. Archer 23rd. And that's us for the race. So our top 5, Davies, Badiali, Max, Skunky High and McNoser. A good first sprint race. We'll do another short qualifying session and then we'll be into another 22-minute sprint race. This time slightly later in the day, so I'm expecting track temperature to drop, and with the new tyre model that's proven to be make things a little bit more interesting. I think I lost a lot of action there just through it all, but this is what happens when you don't have the main man tux. So we'll start second qualifying very soon. Everyone's now got a feel for the track. I expect should see that pole position time come down a little bit. Just takes a little bit more time to get the tyres into the zone. Just waiting for this to get underway again. A bit of a frustratingly long delay here. Are we? Before we get into the next exciting piece. I'm sure Discord may be lively later on. It's quite a tight track. We've obviously got a few incidents. I don't think there was any malice in any of it, but it's certainly been contact. I'm also interested to see what happened to Shug. It was a hard hit.
Green light, give it a look again.
Who we got coming out? So Shug leading them out the pits in the number 12 Alpine, followed by Steve Gillies. And the Ginetta. Two kit cars from either side of the channel leading us out. This will be all about just trying to gently bring the tyres up to temperature. Just gently trying to bring the tyres in. Oof, that's Shug just giving us an example of what not to do there. You don't want to be sliding them when they're cold. Through the field a little here, see what we got. Is he not? And the Aston. That's the other Aston. Berkshire. Mercedes. A little look at how he's going on here. What we have oddly is Murray's sign pivot just sat in the pits. I mean, by the time you've got the tyres up to temperature, you've already eaten into realistically 4 or 5 minutes of that 12 minutes, so you're then down to a 2 or 3 lap shootout. So I'm not sure what the thinking is for the guys. Obviously seen Gowan in an incident in the first race, so I'll be eager to get back up the front running. He's been there all season, so I see no reason why he doesn't put himself back up there. Still don't have any times in yet, everyone just not sure why I'm not seeing any times. Oh, just got Steve has This is the only time in, almost halfway through, and here we go. I was panicking for nothing, so Lico puts the pole in a 1:38.7. I'm going to say I called this. I don't think we'll see the quick lap times until we're down to the last 2-3 minutes, just because the track's now down at 16 degrees. We've lost about 10 degrees temperature on it, so more difficult to get tyres into that window, and it becomes a bit more difficult to keep them in the window. I wonder if anyone has decided to make a setup change here to try and get heat. Could close the brake ducts just a little bit, just try and get a little more heat through the brakes to try and put that through the tyres just to get you in the zone. You need to see. Still Lico with a pole there. Gillies second. Broom third. There we go. Super Gas. Still in the 38s though. Still in the 38s. When are we going to see? And there's a lot of times coming in now. When are we going to see the times really drop? See if we can just try and pick up a lap with someone on board. It's not anything crazy. Oh, Dink's done there. See what Max can do. Just picking him up. First sector. As it turned in, you just clip the apex on the inside there and let it force out, and then just run that curb. Really well done. And straight here, foot mashed. He's already half a second off. Not sure if he's going to go for it here or just try and save the tyres a bit. And Max put himself under a bit of pressure here. Half a second up, takes out lovely. It's power down. 3 tenths here. Still not going to take him into 37s. Definitely on the server, I've seen low 37s on these conditions if people were able to hook it up. Does in the first corner. Just a little shift down to help it turn. Clips the apex. Power down. Jug sees him coming. Sees him go. Turned in again. Very tidy through the first few corners. Not making much time though. Late getting on the throttle there. Really hurts you down the bank, this little bank straight if you can. Let's brake hard, and you've got to take a lot of this corner on the left. He doesn't, he's very cautious, that's costing him time there as well. He's actually poor sectors there before, he's one's taken a second out of his best round there. And I think that took the strop. Oh. Track limit seats him up there. Armstrong, teammates. He's on here for a quicker one. Dead, takes him to 5th. Oh, there we go. Missed that lap. And missed Max putting a lap in as well. 36.9. That's a 37 dead almost there for Davies. Max Foster 2 tenths behind. Mercedes here, just turns in. Oh, it's just a little bit understeer there for him coming out in that. Just couldn't quite commit. You'll get an example how well Mercedes takes this, but he'll go right up over this curb. Easy as that. Kinsey gets out of the way from there. Not sure by intent, but certainly got out of the way. Then the Mercedes through here as well. Really comfortable. A lot of curve there. And you can tell how good the setup here is. Is it flat? It's just a tiny lift. So a lot further back. Syme up to 4th, Lico 5th, Armstrong 6th, McNoser 7th, Vizina 8th, Miorana 9th, I think. Who was that again? Is that Dettori? That's Dettori, I think. Good lap from him. Skunky high. Rounding up the top 10. What have we got towards the bottom? Murray yet to put a lap in. DBT yet to put a lap in. Mad Addy still in the pits. Not going to get a lap in. Shug coming round. He's not got a lap in. He needs something here. He gets his lap. What does that take? Shug up to 12th, so he gets it in there. Burchak maybe regretting that Maserati choice. DBT Racing, effing crazy. Just at the back there. Davies. Oh, see, Aston Martin jumped the curb there. Wow. Hey, Davies. That's going to be a pole position lap, isn't it? 6/10 up on the rest of the field. Bidiali. Second. Syme third. Nico still out there in 4th. Is that finished? It's a bit of an odd camera angle. Armstrong. What a lap. Kevin. The camera picks him up. Maybe be eager to beat his teammate here. Well, he's maybe getting fouled up a little bit there by, I'm not sure who that is. I think it's going to be Viper, isn't it? Is that Viper in the Audi? And he does. Takes on to 4th. Pushes Armstrong back to 8th. Good lap. So, the grid for the second and final sprint race is oh, we didn't see that. Max has went quicker. Apologies for that. I just assumed that Max wasn't going to find 6/10, but he has. Unbelievable. So yeah, Max rallies and fights back. Championship leader. Puts it on pole. Then Davies, Viper, great third. McGowan, Bidiali 5th, Syme 6th, Lico 7th, Armstrong 8th, McNoser 9th, Vizina 10th, Miarana 11th, Supergas 12th, Shug Goldie 13th, Thomas 14th, Skunky High 15th, Steve Gillies 16th, Unsworth 17th. Unsworth or lead Maserati. Be a little bit disappointed. A lot better in the first race. Maybe just more grip first time round. Kinsey 18th. Broom 19th. Chris Privet 20th. Mackay 21st. Barsher 22nd. Effing Crazy 23rd. DBT 24th. Burchak 25th. Murray 26th. Addy 27th. But I'm not sure Addy put a lap in. And that's how we'll start the second race. Oh, evening tux. Yeah, I'm very well, thanks. You're a tad quiet there, I think. Oh, you're not? Let me know if you like. Are you able to hear yourself on the stream? And 40 seconds until we get going for the second race. We have, I suppose, obviously as part of this series as well, there's a team battle element, the teams of two. So thinking teams, top of my head, Piston Disorderly. I think that's Gowney and Post. Lead the way. Then we've got AMP Performance. I think that's FN Crazy and Max Foster. And then Chaotic Sim Racing is what it says on the tin. That's Simon Chaotic, but I'm not even sure if Chaotic's raced this year yet, so that's probably just Sim Racing. Reality is for that. That's me unpaused the stream, so we're back. Okay, no worries. No worries. So then we've just got Max bringing him through here. Actually, as he comes through turn 4 there, this track's actually got quite extreme, just as he comes through this here, quite extreme limits on sound or noise pollution out with races. So particularly at this point, on what would be his left hand side, our right now, and on the left, quite a lot of residential properties. And then I think the other point where the check sound around here for that noise pollution is between 7 and 8. I think the only events here that aren't subject to noise pollution checks or requirements are they hold UCI World Championship Cyclocross here. Very random thing, but yeah, and they actually use part of the track for the event. So yeah, World Championship Cycling, and I think it's just as you come through here, on the right hand side there and behind the trees is actually also the BMX track, etc. But another residential area to their left. So here we go. This guy's just coming round. Ready to go again. Everyone trying to heat the tyres up. Max leading them through. Davies second, but you got to get a jump on him. Viper in third. This maybe marks the Viper being back. He's been out for a while, but just not had a run of luck. But up in third now, it's a real chance.
Green light, go, go, go.
And we're off. We're off. We just follow this angle through. Max will just take that there. Just hold on. Nice and clean from both of them. Does this give Davies the inside line here? Matt's going to try and look cut back on him. It's all much cleaner this time round, it looks like. Should have a happier field. A little bit dirt getting kicked up, but chugging the little plastic car, takes a little bump there, and I'm... Oh no. That's a big crash. Oh no. I think that's taken a lot of the field out. This is disastrous. Horrible way for it to go. I'm not sure what happened there. There'll obviously be a steward's incident there, but it's not great to see. Back with the leaders though. Max leads us round. Viper in second. Oh! Lico third, Syme fourth. Galley fifth. Armstrong sixth. McNoser 7th. Azina 8th. Davies back in 9th. There's obviously been an incident with him as well. He'll be eager to make his way back through the field, and then at the end I'm going to assume that Broome, Unsworth, Murray, Barcher, Addy and Privet probably all in that absolute chaos at the back there. Not great to see, and it just looked a bit of a chain reaction. It's like one person had a little moment and then it was just spread through the field, and not a lot of room at that part of the track. Barriers both sides, you're full throttle. There is just nowhere to go if there's someone in front of you. Not that that's going to... Oh! That sign just a moment there in the Porsche, just on the curbs. So not what you want to see, a big incident like that. That one didn't particularly look like it was anyone's real fault. Just one of these things that happen when you race. Armstrong being passed by Davies now. Drag him along. Davies will be right onto McNoser quite soon. Armstrong having a little fight back here. The Porsche is trying to have a little fight back. Just stick with us for a bit. There's a bit of action at the back. We'll stick with that here. These boys are going for it. It's a little bit like Syme had got away for these guys, but that a little bounce over the curbs just let them all pull right back up on him. And there we go. Davies makes the move. Front of the car's a bit damaged, so he's clearly been in the wars. Good move. Good move goes by. Gets the job done. That'll then put Davies on to going for Syme. And then I think we've got Armstrong going by McNoser as well here. He's probably got the line. Gets it done. Bounces the Porsche though, which is going to give the Aston Martin the run. Can't do anything with it. Just tidies it through there. The Porsche looks very uncomfortable, and it's sideways. He's hanging on here. He's hanging on. You see his calm down. Try and settle. Easier said than done when you've got two Astons right behind you. Supergas now joining it as well in the black and white Porsche. Stick with these guys. It's all a bit... Whoa! Armstrong all on his own there. I didn't see any contact. Got to be sensible rejoining the track here. There he is. Gets his teammate through. That'll be frustrating. What it isn't though is frustrating for Davies. He's now got space behind him. No need to defend and is on the attack. Supergas going it. Zina here. Super Gas, former teammate of mine. Good guy, quick, getting the most out of the Porsche here. Really harrying Vizina. Oh, and then I jinxed him. He's away as well. What's now the Porsche chicane? Looks like if you take that hard on a Porsche, you're away. DBT Racing in the BMW scraped up a bit. Jason McGowan down and that chain of cars here, and the Porsche sitting the rear tyre right up in the air again. Shug in the background takes a lot of that corner. Shug getting a run at Armstrong. It's a good little race, good little train of cars here. I'm sure they don't want to be battling for 16th place, but that is what it is for them right now, so just enjoy it. It's a race. I mean, 4 of them covered by about a second here. Further up the field, Max is just pulling out a bit on Viper. Davies taking half a second out of Syme there. Keenan Barsher. I think he was maybe involved in the original incident, but he's running 12th at the moment, so 20th, sorry. He'll be happy at that. He'll be happy at that. Bit off the back. Back to these guys. Who's putting the race in here? We've got Mackay just making a... Oh my goodness. This is dangerous territory for Porsches. I'm not sure who that was this time. Was that Thomas? You just cannot take too much of that curb in a Porsche. I think they're bottoming out. I think the trick, if you want to really hit that hard, is you've got to have the ground clearance. It just looks like they bottom out, bounce it, lose traction. I think if you were a fan at the track, you would just be sat there watching that, because every lap somebody's going to get leery, and Shug's now under attack from Armstrong. This is about 10 minutes into the race. The alley in third. Let's just have a quick look at him here. Just putting a bit of pressure on Viper. He's right on him now. He's just sitting on that rear quarter. He's got the line. He's got the line if he can do the brakes. Oh no. Not great. Not great to see that. So we got Steve Gillies under a bit of pressure for Kinsey here, and then Super Gas, and they're all back in a little train here. Steve doing well to be in 9th. Oof. Front splitter took a big bite out of the ground there. Davies back up to 4th, half a second off Syme, just pointing that out whilst we watch this battle. Further through the field, oh my god. Wait. The Shug had a bit of a moment there, it looks like. Shug's obviously had a bit of a moment there. He was running right beside this little battle, but he's dropped back a bit. We'll go back and we'll have a little look at Kinsey, just putting a bit of pressure on. And just watch these two Porsches through the Porsche chicane. It seems to be the race at the moment. Oh, Super Gas, great move. Didn't see that coming. Was too busy looking at the times, but does well there. Steve will be glad they're fighting. It's giving him a bit of breathing space. Then we'll see the 3 Porsches and the BMW of DBT Racing come through here. They're all clean. I wonder if we can just cut into one of the Porsches and take us.
We're at the halfway mark. Keep pushing.
Oh, we'll just sit in here with Davies as he's taking sight, and the Porsche has a bounce, and that lets him through. Simon's just going to have to let him go there, I think. It's not quite clear on him. He does. He comes narrow just to block the move anyway. Tries to go around the outside. That's a bold move at a Porsche, but he gets it done. Great time to drop in car there. Fair play, clean, aggressive from both of them. I think Simon's going to really have to look it up here. Well, look, drop to second there. I hadn't seen that before. Tidy. Got Lico up in second ahead as well, so these guys have really caught up with them, and that's just letting Max kind of run away with it a bit. And watching through the chicane. See how cautious Porsche is. Look at the time he makes up there, just right over the top of it. And then probably make up time through here as well, because he'd be so aggressive through here. Porsche steps out. He's now got the car right on him. This is where we seen the move last time. Holds third there. Flat out. Sign defends. He's going to go wide. He's going to try and cut back on him. Mercedes gets turned in. Gets power down early. And the Porsche's away as well. No mistake that time. Driving from those guys. Max pulling away 8 seconds out on Lico now. Fastest lap by Badiali. And he's just under a little bit of pressure here from his McNoser. He's obviously past McNoser. McNoser's trying to come back at him, looking at the timing screens. And then Vazina. He's got Skunky high, trying to go around the outside of him. It'd be fantastic if he pulls this off. And he has. That is outrageous. That is an outrageous manoeuvre. Fair play. Fair play to him. Let's just see him. Bounces that push through there and gets through. McNoser not giving up the fight here. He's wanting that 5th place. McGowan right all over the BMW. Oh! I've jinxed another one. They just lost the back end. However, I think every time we've seen McGowan through there, it's been oversteer for him. And now he's got his teammate and Thomas flying right up behind him. Thomas going to make a move on Armstrong. Doesn't quite get it done. Further back on his own out there now is Shug, looking a little worse for wear. Little on, try to be a bit pressure on Supergas. We'll go back to this sort of Armstrong, Thomas, McGowan battle. 2 teammates. Gotta say, the Armstrong car is in a bit better condition than the McGowan equivalent, and so is Thomas' car. A little run Thomas going to get a little run on him here. Just looked like he got it hooked up a bit better, but not enough. I mean, you can set yourself up around this corner as long as you don't just push wide there. A little train of Porsches coming down this little back straight. And oh, just another Porsche getting caught there. This time it was Armstrong that lets Thomas past. Have a look back through the fields. Max back up front. Used to seeing him up front. Also used to seeing the Aston Martin looking like it's just rolled out the showroom. It's pristine. Lico second. He's always had a bit pace. It's podium in sight, 5 and a bit minutes to go, but does have Simon Davies behind him. Then we got Simon, super good drive, really aggressive, fair, and I know how difficult it is to keep Davies behind you. The M2 Cup raced it, and I pretty much wilted after about 3-4 corners of this pressure. Does remind me that we have M2 Cup running on the Thursday, so still space for that if people want to join up. We'll obviously have a live stream, and we'll have comms as well for that. A bit better done than what I'm doing because we'll have Tux back. Still watching these guys. Simon is right up on Lico now. He's putting pressure on him. Lico's just getting a little bit reckless there. He's costing himself a 10th here or there. The whole time Davies will just be sitting there waiting to pounce. Cut through the field a bit. What do we have here? Is that? So that Skunky High's past Gillies. Was it Gillies with a little flash of the lights there? I'm not sure. If he meant to do that. It's usually known for having the indicator on, but I've not seen that either. So these guys have spaced out a little bit. And then we're back to Thomas trying to put pressure on McGowan. Armstrong had a little bit of a moment and just backed off there. And our lead Maserati of Birchak. That's some choice. It's the hero's choice, but it's not worked out this race for him. Oh. And is that Skunky High just got past Vizina as well? He's really pushing on here. And Simon's now right on Lico, but that's brought Davis, Bidiali, and potentially McNoser all into this sort of podium shootout with 2.5 minutes, maybe 3 laps, potentially 2 to go. So yeah, M2 Cup, I'll just promote that again. Thursdays, a bit more of this sort of racing. I think we'll mix it up. Sprint races, maybe the second race, I think we're looking at doing something a little bit different where top X amount of drivers maybe just sit and don't qualify just so they come back through the field. Spread the love a little bit. And we've got Davies now really having a run at Sign. The Porsche just stepped out a little bit there. He's just got enough, but then the alley's right onto Davies as well. McNoser's dropped back a bit. He's obviously had a moment. He'll be eager to get involved in all this though. Lico doing a great job hanging in there. Mercedes goes a little bit deep at Davies. That's going to give Bidiali a run. Oh no, they've hit. I'm not sure what happened there. Disappointing to see contact, especially from the guys at the front. That does now put it most likely a shootout for Lico and Syme for second. McNoser's fourth still, Davies fifth, Mercedes looking a bit worse for wear. Should be frustrated with whatever happened. Skunky high up to 6th. Rosina 7th. Bailey's actually realistically has a chance here of top 6. He's moaned about the car, lack of performance in it, couldn't get to turn in, but top 10, comfortably top 10 with a chance here. Not sure when he's going to make the move, but
Okay, the leader is on the final lap now. Give it all you
we have a
can.
lap to go. That's Max bringing the cars round for the last time there. Stick with us. Oh, we've got Syme trying to go round outside of Lico. And Brave in the Porsche round there. You've seen it stepping out. Syme probably had to get off the power there, and that just lets Lico come away again. McNoser 4th. Not be the way he wanted to take 4th with the contact ahead of him, but he'll be happy with the points. Back to this little train here. You get the impression if either Vizina or Gillies wants to do something here, it's put in the Porsche. Oh, there's free real estate for Steve. On his stream right now, he will be more than happy with that. Can he put enough pressure on the Porsche just to force another error, just to steal another place here? No. I think this is how these guys are going to finish it out. And yeah, I think this is how these guys are going to finish. What I need to do, get back to Max. Let's just celebrate another victory for him. Spoke to him before the season, said real chance for him this year. He looked the driver to beat, and he's proven to be that way as Max wins it.
Has finished the race.
Drive through for Shug, keeps the run going of league admin getting involved in penalties. Lico 2nd, Syme 3rd. Good race from Lico, good work from Syme as well. McNoser 4th, Davies comes across 5th. I think he'll be a bit annoyed with that. Gillies 7th, Supergas 8th. Kinsey 10th, DBT Racing, here he comes for 11th. Good position in the BMW. McGowan 12th, Riali 13th. Be disappointed with that. Obviously an incident a bit on that last lap, or second last lap. Thomas. Let's just admire Shug driving slowly down the pit lane. And Shug will get a 30-second penalty, so I'm not sure where he'll finish overall there. Birchak, Peter Birchak in the Maserati 17th. Barsher 18th, best result yet. Well done with the wheel. Unsworth in the other Maserati brings it home for 19th. Addy 20th. Murray 21st. Privet 22nd. And Broom 23rd. So it was good racing. It was eventful at times. Hope everyone enjoyed that. I felt like I struggled a little bit through with having to do this on my own with the stream, etc. But I think we got there in the end. I think by the end of it, it started to look a bit more like what you guys were used to. But we'll have Tux back next week. In fact, we don't have next week. I don't believe we have team battles next week. So we'll have me and Tux on comms for team battles. Then we are back on the 21st of March with GT4 Tuesday at Kailami. So need to see what cars prove to be the ones to beat there, but certainly this was a difficult weekend, or difficult Tuesday for the Porsches, but successful, particularly for Max again in the Aston Martin, and the Mercedes drivers. Obviously I felt the Mercedes was quick here, and Lico, great performance in that oddball car again. But that's all for me, and we'll speak to you again in 2 weeks' time. 2 weeks' time, I need to get that right. 2 weeks' time, we'll speak again. So thanks for watching.